Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Wednesday. We are right at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Bright and sunny day out there. Cold, very cold. Um, we got a little snow coming tonight, New Year's Eve, the last day of 2025. I will be putting a Model Works end of year video up probably later today. Right now, I am straightening out all the hardware for the Yamato. I'm going to spin these around. I'm going to show you what I figured out. It took me a couple of hours yesterday trying to go through the directions and see what was what. So I'm going to spin you around and I'll show you what we got. All right. So this bag here, excuse me, excuse me. This bag here is the is basically for the propellers, shafts. Matter of fact, the shafts are in here, along with the tubes that they run through. You get two brass short ones and two brass long one tubes, so that you can put these these are what goes into the propeller. There's two long ones there. They are there, and I have two short ones. The other stuff, the other pieces that are in here, you get this big square piece right there, that silver piece. Supposedly that has something to do with the guns, to move the guns, and then the smaller stuff is for the railings, and that's what this bag is for. These are what hold the railings. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of those to put on. All kinds, there's different kinds. There's one that has a point on it, and then there's one that's just flat. Yeah, see the flat ones, and then these have the points. So we'll be having to figure those out. Where are we? Glues and grease. I don't like how I'll be using this glue. This is 1968 glue. And there's the grease, silicone grease. If this is still good, I'm going to use it because you have to fill one of the things with some grease. I saw in the directions. But yeah, that's what that is. Again, all these. This is all for the electronics, the switch. Yeah, there's all kinds of little things in here for electronics. That's the big motor. That's what's going to run the screws. And that's what this is. This is the final drive for the screws. The motor hooks up here. Your shafts hook up down here. So that's what that is. These here, I believe, are going to be for the guns or the rangefinders. Screws to hold everything in. These are your connections for the shafts. Battery contacts. This L-shaped here is for the main rudder. Again, that's the bag of railing parts. More wires and battery, another battery pack. There are the screws. So yeah, I kind of got all this all figured out yesterday. Started doing some painting on the stands. Yeah, I got that there. I don't know if I'm happy with how that looks. So that might be getting changed. But yes, that's where I am right now. Like I said, that took a good couple of hours yesterday trying to, again, like I said, go through the directions, look at what everything is. So now it's just a matter of once I get the stand made. Oh, my friggin' back is killing me. Once I get the stand made, then I'm just waiting for my primer. And I got to figure out the lower hull color. I give you a ratio in here of what I'm supposed to mix. but I just have to figure out how to do it, because it. Where are you? Yeah, this is the ratio for the color. It's 20% red, 65% brown, 10% black, and 5% white. Now, how do I break that up into? And I'm gonna need a lot of it. I'm gonna need a lot of it. So if anybody can help me with that, yeah, I don't. I gotta figure out how to break that down and what to mix. And again, I'm gonna need a good jar of it because this thing is huge. So I would think if it was Tamaya bottles, I would think a couple of the big ones. So, oh man, God, starting to feel better after the fall, and my tailbone's still sore, but my insides don't hurt me as much as they did. Yeah, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that again. All right, so when I get more progress, this is number 2. This is all the hardware. Now it's just gonna hopefully get everything hooked up so that it works. Quite a piece of engineering, huh? And that's what the propeller shafts are going to go to. That's where these things come in. These are the spring, so that they'll move. And they got 2 little lock screws in them. Shaft goes on one end, and then this goes to here. Same thing with the motor. The motor's got a bigger one. This is the one for the motor. This big one here. This is going to go to the main drive, and then the motor will be on the other side of this. So, ought to be fun. Once I gotta get the rudders in and the propeller shaft holders in, because they all have to be painted red, and I'm gonna put them all in before I do any of that. The shaft's got to be primed, and those have to be painted red. So, long ways to go, as they say. So there it is, number 2, Yamato. Yes, keep wanting to say Yamamoto, but he was the admiral. All right, guys, enjoy your week. Have a nice day. Happy New Year. Let's hope that the coming year is a little bit better than the last one was. In all ways. Peace out.